Once upon a time, a young girl named Lily lived near an enchanted forest. This forest was unlike any other, filled with mysteries and wonders that captivated the hearts of those who dared to venture near. Lily had always been curious about the tales she heard from the villagers about the magical beings that resided within. The forest was lush and green, filled with talking animals and magical creatures. Birds sang melodies that could soothe any soul, and the trees whispered secrets of ancient times. Every corner of the forest seemed to hold a new surprise, from sparkling streams to hidden groves where the magical creatures played. One day, Lily decided to explore the enchanting woods. She had always felt a pull towards the forest, as if it was calling out to her. With a sense of adventure in her heart, she packed a small bag with some snacks and set off on her journey, determined to uncover the secrets of the enchanted forest. As she skipped along the path, she heard a tiny voice calling her name. It was a soft, melodic voice that seemed to float on the breeze. Lily's heart raced with excitement and a hint of nervousness. Who could it be? She wondered. Lily stopped and looked around. The voice seemed to be coming from a nearby clearing. She took a deep breath and followed the sound, her curiosity getting the better of her. The forest seemed to grow quieter as she approached the source of the voice. There, sitting on a glimmering mushroom, was a beautiful fairy. The fairy had delicate wings that shimmered in the sunlight, and a dress made of flower petals. She looked at Lily with kind, sparkling eyes.
"Hello," said the fairy. "I am Flora. I've been waiting for someone like you. Will you help me find my lost wand?" Flora asked, her voice filled with hope. "It is very important to me and to the forest. I need it to make the flowers bloom," she explained. "Without it, the forest will lose its magic, and the flowers will wither away."
Lily, being a kind and helpful girl, agreed to help. She knew that the forest's beauty and magic were worth preserving. With a determined look, she promised Flora that she would do everything in her power to find the lost wand. And so, their adventure began, with Lily and Flora venturing deeper into the enchanted forest, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead.
Wasn't that a fun story? Stories have a unique way of capturing our imagination and transporting us to different worlds. They can make us laugh, cry, and even teach us valuable lessons. But have you ever wondered what makes a story so captivating? It's the words. Words are the building blocks of any story, and they have the power to create vivid images in our minds. Now let's look at some of the amazing words we found in our tale. Words can be simple or complex, but each one has its own unique charm. They can describe the world around us in ways that are both beautiful and precise. Let's dive into some of these words and see how they add magic to our stories. Lush. This means something is very green and healthy, full of life. When you hear the word lush, you can almost feel the freshness of a forest after a rainstorm or the vibrancy of a well-tended garden. It's a word that brings to mind images of nature at its most abundant and thriving. Think of a jungle after a rain shower or a field of tall, waving grass. The word lush helps us visualize these scenes in our minds, making them feel almost real. It's like taking a mental journey to a place where everything is alive and flourishing. Enchanted. This means something is magical and special, like it's under a spell. When we describe something as enchanted, we're saying that it has a certain magic to it, something that makes it stand out and feel extraordinary. It's a word that adds a touch of wonder and mystery to our stories. Imagine a castle in the clouds or a forest where animals can talk. These are the kinds of images that the word enchanted brings to mind. It's a word that invites us to dream and imagine, to believe in the impossible. Iridescent. This word describes something that shimmers and shines with many colors, like a rainbow or a soap bubble. When we use the word iridescent, we're talking about something that catches the light in a special way, creating a dazzling display of colors. It's a word that adds a touch of magic and beauty to our descriptions. Glimmering. This means something is shining softly, like the stars in the night sky or a firefly's light. The word glimmering brings to mind images of gentle, twinkling lights that add a sense of calm and wonder to our stories. It's a word that helps us create a peaceful and enchanting atmosphere. See how these words paint a picture in your mind? Each word we use in a story has the power to create vivid images and evoke strong emotions. They help us see, feel, and experience the world in new and exciting ways. Words are truly magical tools that can transform our stories and make them come alive. That's the power of vocabulary. By choosing the right words, we can create stories that captivate and inspire. So next time you read or write a story, pay attention to the words you use. They have the power to make your stories truly magical.
Just like we use blocks to build a tower, we use sentences to build a story. Let's look at a sentence from our story. Lily, being a kind and helpful girl, agreed to help. This sentence tells us 3 things about Lily: her name, her personality, kind and helpful, and her action, agreeing to help. We can also write shorter sentences. Lily was kind. Lily was helpful. Lily agreed to help. See how using different sentence lengths can make our writing more interesting.
Let's play a game. Remember our enchanting forest? What else could it be? A dark and mysterious forest, a sun-dappled and peaceful forest. The words dark, mysterious, sun-dappled, and peaceful are adjectives. They tell us more about the noun forest. What about Lily? How else could she skip? Lily skipped happily along the path. Lily skipped cautiously, peering into the shadows. The words happily and cautiously are adverbs. They tell us more about the verb skipped. See how adjectives and adverbs add color and detail to our writing?
Section 5. The power of show. Don't tell. Instead of saying, the forest was scary, we can say, the trees twisted and groaned like old bones, their branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. Eerie shadows danced in the undergrowth, and the only sound was the rustle of unseen creatures. See how the second example paints a picture with words and makes us feel the scariness? That's the power of show, don't tell.
Section 6. Creating suspense and surprise. What if, when Lily met the fairy, she said, "Go away! I don't talk to strangers." That would be a surprise, right? We expect Lily to be helpful. Adding surprises keeps our readers guessing. We can also build suspense by asking questions. What was hiding in the shadows? Using cliffhangers. Lily took a deep breath and opened the door. Suspense makes our readers want to know what happens next.
Remember when Flora asked Lily for help? That's called when characters talk. Dialogue makes our characters feel. We can also show their personalities through their words.
Please, kind girl, will you help me? Don't worry, I'll find your wand.
See how the words in parentheses tell us how the characters are speaking? Every good story needs a good ending. It's the final touch that leaves a lasting impression on the audience. Without a satisfying conclusion, even the most engaging story can feel incomplete or unfulfilling. The ending is what ties everything together, providing closure and a sense of resolution. It should tie up loose ends and leave the reader feeling satisfied. This means addressing all the major plot points and ensuring that the characters' journeys come to a meaningful conclusion. A good ending can evoke a range of emotions, from joy and relief to contemplation and nostalgia. In our story, we could end with a moment that encapsulates the essence of the entire narrative. For instance, imagine a tale where the protagonist embarks on a quest filled with challenges and discoveries. The ending should reflect the growth and transformation they have undergone. Lily found the wand and returned it to Flora. This simple act of kindness and bravery not only resolves the central conflict, but also highlights the themes of friendship and courage that run throughout the story. The grateful fairy showered Lily with flower petals and thanked her for saving the forest. This moment of gratitude and celebration reinforces the positive impact of Lily's actions and leaves the audience with a sense of joy and fulfillment. As Lily walked home, she smiled, knowing she had made a new friend and had a magical adventure she would never forget. This ending not only wraps up the plot, but also leaves room for the imagination, allowing the audience to ponder what other adventures might await Lily in the future. This ending tells us what happened to Lily and Flora and leaves us with a warm, happy feeling. It serves as a reminder that every journey, no matter how challenging, can lead to unexpected friendships and unforgettable experiences. A satisfying ending is not just about closing the story, it's about leaving a lasting impression that resonates with the audience long after the final words are read or the last scene is watched.
You've learned about vocabulary, grammar, and storytelling techniques. Now it's your turn to be the storyteller. Think about your characters. Who are they? What do they want? The setting. Where does the story take place? The plot. What happens in the story? Don't be afraid to let your imagination soar high.
Remember these tips to make your writing use adjectives and adverbs to paint a picture in your reader's mind.
Vary your to keep your writing interesting.
Use vivid language to create images and evoke emotions.
Build an ad to keep your readers engaged.
Use to bring your characters to life.
End your story with a
Most importantly, have fun and let your imagination run wild. Happy writing!
If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment with any questions or additional tips you have, and subscribe to English Class Motivational for more language learning content. Hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos.